Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Parasyte the Maxim, episode 24. This is the finale of the show. This has been such a good show. I I love the show. I don't want it to end, but at the same time, I am looking forward to a proper ending, because a lot of anime don't get a proper ending, whereas I feel like this one might. I mean, I guess there could be other Parasytes out there, and we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I'm hoping we get, like, a proper ending. But we have Migi back, Goto is destroyed, and, you know, I kind of want an explanation of how Migi came back, because I felt like it was a little, like, we saw his main body, like decay away, so how did he live inside of Goto? So maybe we'll see. Maybe that was somehow like a decoy, but it seemed like a lot of like material, right? If only a little bit survived, you'd think his arm would be like a little smaller or something, right? But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe we'll learn this episode, so I'm looking forward to it, and we'll talk about the show afterwards. So we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Parasyte. Hmm. Okay. They all pieced out. Oh, in the whole world. Either they got better at hiding it, or... Hmm. Migi. That's interesting. Talking to the form inside his mind again. Goodbye. Oh. Interesting. Huh. But why? Huh. Interesting. A different kind of curiosity, though. Hmm. Interesting. No. Oh, this song too. I feel like it's been several episodes since we heard it, or I've just not noticed. Kana. Huh. Interesting. No, Migi! I mean, if this is what you want, though... You can get your normal life back there, Shinichi. Damn. Did Migi just say... I was writing down, I should have... Did Migi say that he won't remember that dream? So what's the point of saying it all in a dream if he won't remember? He's gonna wake up and be like, why is Migi never coming out again? Maybe I misread the subtitles, though. I'll go back and look, unless they make it clear here that he remembers. Okay. He remembers. I don't know if he was supposed to forget. Maybe I will still go back and see just to see if he's supposed to forget, but at the very least he remembered. Hmm. No opening? Longer episode for the finale? The guy found another girl to like. It's the guy that likes Satomi, right? But probably realized that he stands no chance and moved on. I think freckles on a girl is cute, but I don't like that girl, so... I know she doesn't mean anything bad, but Akiho is, I believe that's her name. Oh. The way she handled a couple situations earlier on, I was not a fan of her character. Does he still have his enhanced physical abilities? I'd guess so, right? Ah, okay. This is like a... slow version of one of the songs, isn't it? So cute. Man's best friend, it's a dog! Not in the way that he's talking about, though. I know that you can communicate and talk with and do things with. Hmm. Deep shit, Shinichi. Said that out loud. Said some crazy shit. Hmm. That's true. That is very... I like that. Well, I don't like that, but... I like the line. Not the meaning of the line. Oh shit! Speaking of murderers feeding themselves. What does he want? That's such a mean thing to joke about. They look older. Shinichi always looked older since the beginning of the show when he changed after getting stabbed in the chest. But, even Satomi looks a little older, but maybe it's just hairstyle difference. Shit. Man, I can't recognize people that fast from that distance. How do people do that shit? Being creepy. Well, shit. What does he want? Oh, shit! No, Shinichi's with your girl! Does he... He saw something in Shinichi, but not like a parasite, right? I guess the back is turned so they can't tell. Oh shit, he saw the blade, okay. Oh my god, he's dead! Jesus. Oh my god. Guy just killing people. God damn it, Shinichi. Should have just left. This guy would have followed him, though. Good god. Alright, let's see what he wants. I'm guessing Migi isn't aware of what's going on to be able to wake up and help. can't tell if he thinks that Shinichi is a parasite or if he's just saying that he's different from, like, he's a true human, like, being open to kill people they don't like and stuff. Uh... And listening to a damn psychopath rant on is crazy. So he knows. Okay. So he knows. Damn. So he knew right away, I guess. But he just played it off. She's thinking about chest, but it's really his arm. But this is a crazy thing to throw in here for the final episode. I think she almost kind of knows. Yeah, that's some crazy shit they went through at that school. What a badass. Ugh. Come on, save her. Kind of like what Migi did to him. Oh shit. He took the knife away. Oh, he's gonna throw her off the building, isn't it? Or she's gonna fall off the building, maybe. Oh, that was his good arm. Oh shit. God damn, that was a lot of blood. Shit. Come on. We don't see his right arm. Could it have extended? Migi? I wouldn't put it past this show if she dies in the last episode. That'd be some shit. Shit, wait, what? Huh. I have... Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing... Yeah, okay, so... Okay. I was like, did he actually get there in time, but, like, didn't think he did? But no, Migi used his power and helped. Alright, even if she saw it. Just like, 2 people murdered in front of them, and these 2 kids are just laughing up here. Damn. Alright. It's a pretty interesting finale for the show. Very, like, existential, kind of, like, just about, like, what humans are and stuff. It's, I mean, a lot of the show has been like that since the beginning, with, like, the idea of these parasites existing to stop overpopulation and stuff like that. Like, the concepts have been there this whole time, you know? And then the comparisons of Shinichi being a mixed breed, you know, like, is he still human? Is he not? Which side is he falling under, you know? But damn. Yeah, it was there's a couple little things that I've been confused about, right? Like I'm glad they at least clarified that Migi was the one that helped there. Although the way Migi said it in that, like, dream painting kind of space, it almost made it sound like Migi gave the power to, like, utilize the arm like that to Shinichi. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's it, guys, for episode 24, and that's it for Parasyte entirely. I don't know if there's any, like, movies or OVAs or anything. I don't think there are, but I'll look into it, and maybe I'll do them at some point when I have the time, if there are. But yeah, so I guess first of all, we have the, like, early on they talked about how there's been no parasite activity. They either got really good at hiding what they did, or Shinichi seems to have said, like, I don't know if it was Shinichi narrating it, but I don't know if that was supposed to be like we take what he says, because he said, like, seems like he said a matter of fact that some changed their diet. Like he knew some that changed their diets, but maybe that's just supposed to be like a maybe it's just kind of like him narrating for the audience, like, as a third party, not as Shinichi himself, but just as, like, a third party for this world kind of thing, for us, telling us that, like, some did change their diet. Either way. But yeah, so, I mean, there's definitely still parasites out there. I figured there were. But they're not doing too much. Even, he said, even in the whole world, there's not much activity. So they basically, I imagine they saw their kind just getting annihilated, right? So they were like, okay, we need to go into deep cover, sort of thing. So maybe they eat a person every now and then and do a really good job at disposing of the body, or not making it look like they were eating them, kind of thing, and, you know, kind of like a little treat for them every now and then. I don't know, or they just really fix their diet and are just existing, right? But yeah, we had Migi leaving, talking to Shinichi in the dream space, and basically just saying, you know, hey, I'm Audi 9000, you know. Basically got all this information while being in Goto and wants to like sleep and kind of analyze it and view these other worlds that have been opened up to Migi. And I think it's supposed to be like, I don't fully understand what those worlds are and what Migi is seeing, you know, but I don't think we're supposed to, as like that's like the difference in the lines between like humans and these parasites is they're able to experience things on a different level. It's the same thing Migi was saying, where like oh, this is how you see your, you know, your mom and some of these other people, but apparently Migi saw them differently. If I understood it right, it's like Migi was like, this is how I see them, and just like spawned another like Migi looking creature. I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood that line, but either way, it seemed like Migi was saying that he sees things differently than humans do, right? So, so he took off into a long dream that, I mean, he claimed he'll never wake up again, you know, potentially until they die, but clearly Migi woke up enough to be able to save her. But also in that little like mind space that they were in for that brief moment, it almost seemed like Migi was saying like, you know, you take this power now, like you do these things. So I wonder if this show were to continue, if they wanted to make it continue, I wonder if Shinichi would realize that he has the power to turn his arm into blades, like his will, not Migi's will, right? And maybe that was Shinichi extending his arm out, utilizing that power, and Migi was just like, yeah, I gave you that ability, you know? If you want to use it, you can. If not, don't. Maybe, you know, that's my interpretation. I mean, I could go back and kind of see what was said. If I... Let's see, where was that? It was like right before the credits, right? Let's see here. An organism with time to spare in their hearts. How wonderful is that? Quit whining already. I'm getting tired, so you can do the... Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe Migi did wake up, save Shinichi. Like, Migi said, I'm getting tired, so you can do the holding. I was thinking that meant, like, giving him the power. But I think it meant, like, Migi extended out, grabbed Satomi, pulled back in, turned into a normal arm again, and then just said, I'm tired, you can do the holding, and then just transferred, and then he, like, transferred out of the dream to holding her, right? So, okay. That seems like more... Yeah, so I don't think he has the power to manipulate the arm. I think that was just Migi waking up just long enough to save her. But yeah, that was a pretty, that was a pretty crazy thing to have that guy just come back, kill those people so quickly, and it's like, it's so different when you see, like, even though we saw parasites killing people, but they were like, you know, we knew they were monsters. This is just a human killing people, and it's just, it's always crazy to witness, like, psychopaths represented in TV shows. I kind of... It's really fascinating to me. Like, some of my favorite shows or like episodes of shows is when they're dealing with like psychopaths. Like, I used to watch a lot of like Law and Order, like Criminal Minds, and different things like that, where they every now and then will deal with like a psychopath. Or like, I still really like one of the seasons of Vampire Diaries where there's a character like that, where he's just like no emotion, no remorse for anything he does. And he's like, sometimes like because of that, they have like really humorous stuff while they're doing like really dark things. Like, and that mixture of humor with the dark shit is like, it's just really fascinating to me and makes for like an enjoyable character in a show. Obviously, I think it's fucked up in real life, but at least in a show, it's pretty entertaining to me. But yeah, so him spouting off, being like, we've been cannibals since forever, and since we gave up that concept, we've exploded to be in the billions. Like, obviously, I don't really believe anything he said. You know, like, sure, overpopulation is an issue, but you know, he lost me at cannibals. So, I wonder if he was a cannibal then, or was he just, maybe cannibal was a term used to mean like killing each other. Maybe he doesn't necessarily mean like eating each other, but you know, you can talk about like cannibalizing each other as in like taking out your own people. I feel like too. I feel like there's like another meaning there. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe cannibalizing is like, because like it could be like consuming your own species, but not in a way of like eating them, right? Um, but just like killing them. But anyway, he said a lot of crazy things. There was a lot of like I said before, a lot of talk about like humans, and in the end, Shinichi was kind of saying like we all seek, you know, someone else, right? Someone else to share ourselves with and our love with, and that's kind of what it means to be human. Like, despite the, you know, despite the issues and the problems in this world, there is still beauty and things to explore. And even Migi said it, you know, like having like excess time on your hands is like a blessing that all humans should have, and I feel that way too. Like, I don't want to get too crazy on some of my philosophies, but I I absolutely despise the way that our world has developed into one where it's like you're just expected to work 40 hours a week or more in order to survive. Like, you just have to waste away your lives like slaving away at work. Like, you'd think with like the technology that our world has, and like, I don't know, you'd think there'd be a way to allow people to meet their basic needs, and then if you want to live like a luxurious life, then you work and make extra money, kind of thing. But I feel like it's kind of crazy that we are in this perpetual cycle of just all these things that are just expected of people, right? um and I feel like it's crazy that there's only like a select few people that question it and everyone else just accepts it. But that's just me. I'm weird with that, but I also absolutely hate work and stuff like that. So um it's just how it is for me. Like, if I could meet my basic needs without working, you know, I'd be happy with, you know, just having like a small part-time job or something where I can make a little bit of money, enough to, you know, get a little bit of extra stuff, a game every now and then or something, you know. Like, I don't know. It's, I don't need a lot in this world, but you need to work a lot to even have a little, and it sucks. So that's just my kind of thought process. But yeah, I kind of get what Migi was saying. Like, I wish I could just fall asleep and go explore worlds, right? And not have to worry about shit. But yeah. Very interesting finale, and as for the show as a whole, I haven't really talked about that yet. I really like the concept. These parasites, like I said earlier, sent to kind of, like, seems like they were sent to stop overpopulation. I don't know, we still don't know what they were sent by, whether they're naturally occurring, whether they're aliens, whether they're created by scientists in a lab that, you know, felt the same way as, like, the mayor, that, you know, there's too many people, and we need a way to stop that, so we'll introduce a species that, you know, consumes people, and stuff like that. So just put something higher up on the food chain than us, right? But certainly an interesting concept. The way they transformed was, you know, I ended up getting used to it, but it was very, like, gross in the beginning. These, like, you know, fleshy, you know, body parts, like muscly, fleshy, exposing tentacles coming out with blades on them. It's really cool. Shinichi having just one in his arm is a really neat concept, where it's not like it took over his brain, but like he had a dual personality, which it could have been kind of thing, you know, where it's like, oh, somehow his personality lived on, whereas other people are completely lost. He's just special. No, instead he you know, used his headphone cord to stop Migi from going up to his brain and made a friend out of it. And it's like a crazy concept, but the way his arm was able to turn into like swords and stuff every now and then reminds me a lot of that one game that I can't think of the name of. It was like an old like Xbox or Xbox 360 game way back when that I used to play. Man, I can't think of what it was called now. But he would be able to transform his arm into like different weapons and stuff and fight. It was a pretty neat game. I didn't play it all that long. I wish I got more into it, but it was definitely an interesting one. It reminded me a lot of it here when his arm was transforming and all that. But you know, the concept of these new beings appearing and like working their way into the government, you know, one becoming mayor and stuff like that is pretty crazy to think about. Just like how easily they were able to weasel their way into like a position of power. Granted, obviously the one that became mayor wasn't one, but it was like a sympathizer of one, you know. Obviously I do remember that the mayor wasn't actually a Parasyte, but he still carried their agenda, helped them cover up their crimes and stuff like that. Granted, I'm still a little disappointed that like all these parasites that seem to be like fairly intelligent came together with a human that's also very intelligent, or I would think he would be, on like the world and our legal system and everything, would find a better way to disposing bodies than just eating people in like a parking garage, right? Like lure them into like a room or something. Like there's got to be a better way to do it than just in a public space where that one person just walked up on them eating someone, you know? It's like, come on, man. So I wish they would have done a little bit better with that, because I feel like, especially having a human with them, in the hindsight of that, you know, they would know, like, you know, you never want to do that shit in a public space. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, I love the show. It was wild. Shinichi, like, losing his mother, losing Kana. Like, there were so many things I didn't expect. I expected Kana to be around longer. I didn't expect the mom to die, because a lot of the times in anime, you have those core characters that are around the main character, and usually if they're gonna kill a parent for an anime character, they do it before the show starts, and they'd be like, oh yeah, my dad's not around anymore, or something like that. You know? But no, here, we got to meet her, we got to know her, and then she just died like a few episodes in. It was crazy. But it was really effective, and it, you know, by the time we lost Kana, I was like, man, anyone could die now, right? And we even thought we lost Migi at one point. Still, we never got an explanation as to Migi, how Migi came back. Maybe I could find something online about that. Maybe people speculate or whatever. I mean, obviously, I had my speculations when we first learned about it last episode of Migi being back. Like, you know, maybe when Migi cut his neck, put a little bit of himself inside of Goto or whatever before the rest of the body died. But yeah, either way, I'm not too worried about it as a whole, though. I still love the show despite not really having that answer, and maybe you guys will let me know that answer in the comments or something. But yeah, very neat. I don't really have much more to say. It was a fun one through and through. Opening was very good. We got to keep the opening all the way through, with sometimes these 24 episode ones it changes around halfway. But we got to keep it the whole time. It was a lot of fun, although we didn't get it in here, which was a bummer that we didn't get it one last time. But we did get the ending song, which I did very much like the ending song too. So very, very fun. Very dark, silly at times, you know, and just emotional at times. I really wish, like, Kana was getting a little weird with her obsession in the end there, but the fact that she was able to, like, sense these things and everything, like, just made her a really interesting, different character. And, like, our character already had someone he cared about, so he wasn't, like, instantly falling in love with her kind of thing, because she's just this pretty girl showing up to him. So, I don't know, it was just very very interesting dynamic for the show to have her, and then the way she just died was sad, you know. But anyway, I think that'll be it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stick around for whatever's coming next. The poll is already over by the time you're seeing this, unfortunately. Unless you're watching this on my Patreon, then it might still be up, but it also might not. Actually, no. I think it's probably ended by the time you're seeing this, on even on my Patreon, let alone on my YouTube. But you can check out my Patreon, where you can get 2 episodes ahead for this time slot, which means 2 episodes should, if you're seeing this on YouTube, 2 episodes of whatever's replacing this should be out. The poll is still ongoing. Actually, I haven't checked up on the poll. I need to go do that. I was about to go do it, but I was like, no, never mind. But yeah, check all that out if you're interested. Links are in the description below. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Some links should be popping up on the screen as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, voting on my polls. Hopefully you enjoyed the series, and I'll see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.